Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. I want to talk about working jobs today. And I want to talk about some strategies that'll keep you from being check to check. I think this will help young people. I think this will help older people. Just picking my own brain based on success and failures. Number one thing you need to understand with a job is that it's not for everybody. Like if you have a more dominant personality, you're going to have problems on these jobs, even if you don't say a word. Like sometimes your actions speak louder than words. Like if you come in the building and you're not intimidated by people, sometimes that alone will create problems for you on the job. So you got to know what's best for you to start out. But pay is the most important thing. See, a lot of people are check to check because a combination of them not making enough and them not doing what they need to do based on what they make. And I can tell you, when you start making financial decisions and you make the wrong ones, it's just going to keep pushing you further down in the dirt. Case in point, you make $10 an hour, you should not be paying no car note. No car note. And if you have your own place, your rent should not be more than 25% of what you make. So if you making, let's say after taxes, you always go after taxes, $360. You're making $360 a week. Then that means you need roommates or you need to stay at home until you making more. Because that means that you only have $90 to put aside for some rent. So where you gonna live for $300 something though? Unless you down in Mississippi or something, you gonna have a hard time with that. You got cable, you have your phone, you have all this is why people don't got no money. You making $10 an hour, you need to build that up and just kind of throw that $90 to your parents. Tell them, just get some whatever, however this can help you. But don't try to pay more than 25% of what you make on rent. So the average rent is for $1,000, which means that for you to be comfortable, you need to be making that every week. So if you want real comfort, then whatever your housing cost is, you need to be making that every week. Then if you check the check after that, that's really going to be on you. So if your rent is $1,289, let's say, $1,289, that means that you need to make $1,289 per week to avoid being check to check. Or guess what's going to happen? You're going to fall behind eventually. So that's how you add if you want to have money in your pocket. Whatever your housing cost is, you make that per week from your job. So go do some research, figure out where you want to live, and look at how much the rent is. And then that's the type of jobs you need to try to work your way towards. If you're not there already, you need to work your way towards the jobs that's going to pay you every week what you want to pay in rent. So if you think you finna move to Arizona and Texas and pay that $2,100 rent and stuff, $2,500, then you better get your income up to $25 a week. You still could pay it, but I'm trying to tell you how not to struggle. Because I've been on both sides, the struggle side and the doing pretty decent side. You have to make your rent every week. That's number one. If you can do that, it ain't gonna matter if you got a job or a business, you're gonna have money in your pocket. So let's say, okay, you say, well, okay, the houses where I live, a good house is gonna run me $1,700. Okay, then that means you need to work your way towards making $1,700 a week. But let's talk about the people who don't make this much money. Let's go back to $10 an hour. Okay, $10 per hour. You're going to probably make $360 per week, right? Okay. If you have rent, worst case scenario, you want to go 50%. So that means that 180 per week, which adds to $720 per month. So if you're making $10 an hour and you could get rent for $720 per month or less, that's what you're gonna have to do for now to be kind of decent. Because at least then you still have the other 50% of your money for everything else. You still could possibly make it. You know, you want to pay yourself first. You want to save first. You want to come up with what you gonna save first. Like, do the $1 a day. Like, you can do $1 a day. If you don't got a lot of money, do $1 a day, which adds up to $7 per week. So go to the bank, and whatever you do, whatever you, like, let's say when you pay for something, just take $7 out. Worst case scenario, this is worst case scenario. And put it up somewhere. That no matter what, you're gonna keep this for either your future retirement or like emergency. That's your savings. Like, worst case scenario, you can save $7. Come on now. And like I said, $720 a month in rent or less. Now let's talk about cars. You making $10 an hour, you can't pay no car note. Stay on the bus, do Uber and Lyft. Okay, look. That might be another $90. Let's say $90. Okay, so my son had to take Lyft to work. It was like $16 each way. And it was kind of far, but it was $16 each way. So if you work 5 days a week, then and $90, you got an $18 cushion where you could take Lyft or Uber to work if you don't want to catch the bus. The bus is still the cheapest option, but if you don't want to catch the bus, maybe you live in a rough area, you don't want to be on there with them, you got an $18 per way cushion. If you're making $10 an hour, you need to get higher than that. Don't just settle for that. You know, work it for like a year or so and just keep moving up. Now let's say you make $15 an hour. That you probably gross, okay, that's $600 gross. You're probably gonna end up with $540. $540 is $2,160 a month. That's $2,160 a month. Now, 25% of that is what? $540. So, best case scenario, you find a place where you, 1 bedroom, some $540. At worst, you gotta, you know, $1,080. You know, $1,080. Now, some of y'all finding out right now that you probably would be better off just buying a house. Like, you know, you gotta watch where you live now, especially in Milwaukee. The houses that you would pay $1,000 mortgage, You're going to be around all them wannabe thugs, thieves and stuff. So you got to be careful. But 1,080 at the worst. Anything over that, you're going to start to cause a little struggle. In terms of car, I still say you're making $15 an hour. Probably not the best idea to pay a car note. Going back to 10, okay, that, the $90 or so that you have for your transportation. Like if you have your driver's license, you want a car, just keep saving that. Think about it. You save $90. That's 4 chances a month. 48 chances in a year. You save $90 per week. 10 weeks, that's $900. 40 weeks, that's $3,600. $3,600 plus 8, that's another $720. That's $4,320, I believe. You can find you like a $3,500 car, and you've got to put the other $800 up for any repairs, that and the other, and every week you just add like at least half of that $45, you put it aside for repairs. Now let's say you don't need no repairs for like 6 months, then your car break down. You got the money. Here in Milwaukee, it's hard to find somebody to fix your car. These guys crooks, basically. But if you look hard enough, you can find somebody to fix that car. You got the money, because the number one thing is to make the income. The number 2 is to save and pay yourself. And number 3 is to manage it. The times I got in the most trouble is when I wasn't managing, or when I'm just not making enough for all the expenses that I have on an everyday basis. Now one more. Let's go up one more. Let's say you're making $20 an hour. Okay, $20 an hour, is you grossing $800. You're probably gonna get about $715. $715. That's what, 350 or $360. Let's just roughly. And that's also mean you grossing $800 a week. That means that you have $200 per week to go on your rent to be on the safe side. Which means you can pay either $800 or at worst $1,600. In terms of car, I mean you can get a car note now, but I wouldn't do a car note for more than $200. So save your money up, put a nice amount down, and make it where you pay $200 or pay cash for a car. So at $20 an hour, you still don't want to pay no car note. Some people be having 2. I had 2 when I was making the $20 an hour. And you'll get in trouble every time, man. I'm trying to tell you. So either pay cash for your car. Now you had $200 a week that you could set aside. You can do Uber and Lyft, no problem. You can do Uber and Lyft. You listen. You got $715. Well, I'm adding wrong. I'm adding by the gross. $715, which gives you like about $170 a week. You could spend on Uber and Lyft. Another $170 you could put up for down the line getting your own car. So I would say that you want, even if you by yourself, no wife, no kid, you want to get up to at least $20 per hour. Pay yourself first. Try not to pay no car note. Save up for you a nice car. And keep your rent at no more than $1,600. You by yourself, you really don't need, you can get you a nice place nice apartment or single family house for about $1,000, $1,200 a month. Okay, you want a house. You don't want nobody in the same building. $1,200 a month. Easily in where I'm at. Easily. But we're going to close this video out for the sake of attention span. Again, if you're not making $20 an hour or more, keep striving. I don't care if you like your job. Okay, let's say you don't want to quit your job. You make $15 an hour, right? Get you a little part-time cleaning job for $10 an hour. Bank that money. You don't want to leave your job, still get you something on the side to give yourself a better cushion. Or do something online where you get yourself up to 20, where you averaging like $5 an hour with no bills. So if you're doing it for 20 hours, you're making an extra $100 or from whatever it is you choose to do. Even if that's just like cutting grass or anything. But I believe if you by yourself, you want to get your money up to at least 20. If it's two of y'all, you want to get your money up to at least 30. Listen, don't let your girlfriend stay at home if y'all ain't got no kid. Don't let her stay at home. Tell her you need to go out there and work. And make her contribute. If you marry her, you choose for her to be a housewife, then she's supposed to do that with no lip. No lip. And if you get in trouble, she find a way to help you from the house. But don't expect nobody to help you, man. So, if you got 2 kids, let's say you got 2 kids and you got a wife, you want to get your money up to $40 an hour. However you see fit. $20, another $20 from everything else. But you want to make at least $40 an hour. You had 2 kids. If you want your kids to go to the best schools, so on and so forth, you got to get that income up to at least $60 per hour on average. What do you have to do? Do some research and find out. But that's all I got. This is The Truth Man. The channel is no matrix, no simping, all subjects channel. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in for more videos.